Hi, guys. It's another Friday and another episode of Love, Sex, Lies, and Realities. Today, it's all about why so many of us disregard healing. Healing is key to us discovering ourselves. Healing is key to us mastering ourselves. Healing is key to overcoming a lot of the challenges we face and getting to know who we truly were created to be and become. But without healing, we may stay in a place of denial and believe that there's nothing wrong, but life is just what it is. And we wing it in survival mode. We run on autopilot without realizing that we all carry some level of trauma, either generational, either childhood, either societal, either traditional, either cultural. A lot of us carry a level of trauma, and I'm speaking because I'm still healing from some of those myself, and you would also encounter some on your journey. But the key is discovering yourself and working the healing journey throughout your life so that you can stay intact and true to yourself. Without being true to yourself, you don't really realize what's going on, and why you're repeating patterns or why you're finding yourself in similar situations and nothing is changing. And most of the time, we don't really know that healing requires us to reevaluate our core values and know what our goals are and walk in line with our purpose, because the only reason why we're here is our life's purpose. Everything else is just to survive, but your life purpose is key to you knowing. And one of the things that the beautiful things about the journey of healing is that when you're going on the journey of healing, you would have to help other people that are going through life. And you may feel like, oh, this I need this time to myself, but you will meet those people because they are part of your purpose helpers and pushers. If you haven't read that, get my book, Being Single. And when you come in contact with those people and you're supporting them, they would also support you to uncover things that you may not know about yourself in your journey. It may be somebody just randomly asking you something when you're on your healing journey and in the pit of life, and you may not really know what that is. And so today it's understanding why healing is important to you. Take, for example, you at a teenage year, you started a relationship because you saw everybody around you was getting into a relationship, but you didn't really know what a relationship was all about. All you knew was the relationship you grew up around at home. It may be healthy, it may be unhealthy, it may be dysfunctional, it may be functional, but that was all you knew. And then you had to watch TV and the movies and Nollywood and Bollywood and whatever wood there is. And those also began to shape your idea of what a relationship should look like. But you haven't discovered the relationship with yourself first. And because you don't know the relationship that you have with yourself, it's been, laced with all these other relationships around you. And you're not really sure. So at your teenage years, you begin to mirror what you've seen growing up in the household, what you've seen with your peers, what you've seen societal, and those begin to shape who you believe you are, but not necessarily make you who you were created to be and become. And so one of the things you discover that when you go into that first relationship, you don't know what to do. You're just mirroring everything that you've seen. And if that relationship happens to fall apart, then you feel like you're in a sinking ship because you haven't even discovered your own self-esteem yet or your self-worth yet. You don't know anything about yourself. All you know is based on what you've mirrored around you and what you've been taught. And so all your life is now like in a mirage. And you now feel like you're in this void, in this bubble, and don't know what to do. And so you start to try to run to another relationship and try to figure it out. You may even cry your eyes out without parents knowing what you're going through. You may share, they may not understand because of where they're also operating from is not necessarily where you need to be at. And you continue to go on this journey, finding another partner, repeating the same cycles, trying to learn something new, follow gurus online who may not even have it together, And some of them may have it together, but again, their journey is not yours. I've written that in my book, Love, Sex, Lies, and Reality, that your journey is yours and yours alone. And so when you find your journey and you commit to discovering yourself, to mastering yourself, to knowing yourself, to loving yourself, to uncovering the things that you don't yet know about yourself in this journey of discovery, you begin to realize everything outside of your true self is a fad. It's a myth, it's a mirage, label it whatever what you want. But the truth is, the more you work on yourself, the more you begin to see all the myth, all the lies, all the fad, all the facade, all the mirages out there. And you begin to realize you have to take charge of your journey. You have to unprogram yourself, deprogram yourself from everything you've been programmed with. You have to unlearn a lot of things. You have to uncover the parts of you that you don't know yet. And no one can truly do the healing work for you but you. And it takes commitment. I've shared that video on commitment with you, I think, sometime this year, on writing yourself a commitment letter and pasting it somewhere where you can see daily. And one of the beautiful things about writing yourself a commitment letter is it allows you to own your truth, even though you may be in denial. And you have to understand that denial is self-sabotage. So you have to be able to speak the truth to yourself if you're looking to just uncover and begin the healing journey. What is it about me that I need to know? Write that question down. What is it about you that you need to know? What do you believe about you in the current moment? What do you see as obstacles that may be holding you in places you don't belong that you need to heal from? What are those emotional, traumatic experiences? Because trauma is not anything big. They're sometimes minute things that we ignore. Little shocks that you get, evidence of trauma. You're shocked that somebody just broke up with you. You're shocked that you just lost a job. You're shocked that you just had an accident. Those are all traumatic experiences. You're shocked that people that you trusted betrayed you. Those are all traumatic experiences. And so once you start looking at what are these experiences teaching you about yourself? I've had to go through this journey, and I'm sharing with you from that place of supporting other people as well. It took me a while to really admit that I didn't know nothing about myself. And to my surprise, I started uncovering things. There were days where I cried. There are days where I laughed. There are days where I felt stupid, but it was all gaining wisdom and knowledge. And those really helped me start to support other people, because that's been my calling since I've been age 17, but I ran away from it. And so coming back to it and now supporting other people to help them master themselves is really my life's purpose. And you may also find in your journey that your purpose may be in that line. You may find in your journey that your purpose may be on your job. You may find in your journey that your purpose is in everyone that you meet every day, because there is purpose in everybody that we meet every day. And you have to figure out, what are they bringing me? What conscious awareness am I learning from them about myself, about them, about life, about relationships? Because everybody we meet teaches us something. And once you start owning the truth, when you say, I commit to myself, and you say, you know what, I'm not gonna lie to myself anymore, because lying takes you away from who you are and takes you into that emotional traumatic space that makes you a magnet for trauma. But you have to own the truth and say to yourself, in this moment, let me examine everything that I've gone through as a child, as an adult, as a teenager. At every stage, there is something. And if you're not getting peace about everything you're going through, but it feels chaotic, then you need to start doing the healing work. Because when you're healing, even though you come into those obstacles, those what we label as bad experiences, but are conscious awakening moments, you still have your peace. You're not struggling. You have your peace because you realize this is a test of your faith. And when your faith is being tested, all you can do is build resiliency, learn the lessons, be willing to forgive, be willing to see from different perspectives, and be willing to embrace that learning experience that will lead to your growth at the end of it. So today, my challenge to you is to take a pause from everything that you may be running to, that's making you running away from yourself, and say to yourself, I will recommit. I will unlearn. I will learn. I will deprogram. I will not allow anything to program or become a log in my eye, because I need to remove the log in my eye first before I can connect to somebody else. And understand that there is no perfection in life. Life is all about learning and evolving. And if you're not evolving daily, you may not be taking advantage of the life and breath that God is granting you every moment. Because we don't own life. But when we're not on the healing path, we think that we own life and we own time. And we think that we're in control of everything, but you can't control nothing. You can only control what you allow and what you accept and what you continue to allow and tolerate in your life. And if you're not becoming the master of your own life, then you will continue to accept things that are not within your boundary and allow yourself to sleep and fall, then stand up and rise again. So today, understand that healing is key to you finding your purpose. Healing is key to you knowing who you are. Healing is key to you mastering your life. And the only way you can begin to heal is to start by the grieving process. Grieve whatever is holding you back from discovering your true self and mastering yourself. Write everything that you've been through down that may seem as an obstacle, things that you've observed, habits that have become patterns, and your way of life that may not be healthy to you, relationships that you're holding on to that you don't need in your life, experiences that you're not letting go of and keep holding on that are dead leaves in your life. And the more you do this, the more you examine, the more you extract the lessons, the more you look at yourself and be truthful to yourself and honest with yourself, which are all attributes of loving yourself, the more you're able to say, you know what, I truly don't know myself, and I'm willing to explore, I'm willing to discover, I'm willing to master myself. And when I come to know my true self, the peace that passes on all understanding that only God can give becomes yours, and your lives become easier, because life is indeed very easy. We complicate it when we don't know who we are. And understand that you should never stop loving while living. When you stop living, it means that it's time to go back to the Maker. But while you're still here, God is sharing that love with you. You embrace that love yourself to discover yourself and allow yourself to emerge to a higher level of self and take advantage of all the blessings that God has bestowed on you, including the life and breath that you have in this moment. And go live to fulfill your purpose while you're still here. Until next time, take good care. God bless. Bye-bye.